Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm doing a video for the group on Discord, and this month's theme is Carnival. I did put these tips on and I did do a video. I'm going to try to post that video before this one. And I painted my nails for this Carnival theme, and then I went back and thought, it just wasn't the right colors. It ended up being too red, white, and blue, and that's not what I wanted. So I went and picked out some dip powders instead. We're going to see how this works out. Or I could decide if I was going to pour it over, or so I've got Cali Girl Dips Carnival. I believe that company is not in business. I have to double check. And also Cali Girl Dips Mystery. I hope these colors look good together. That's the only. And then I have Zia's, which is brew. I think that company's still in business. The only problem I have with dip powders is matching the colors together. It's kind of a pain in the butt because sometimes what they look like here might not be what they look like on the nail. So that's a little difficult. I gotta clean that up. Oh, that's the top coat. Okay, so I'm going to use gel this time instead of dip liquids. So we're gonna see how I want to do this. Probably should start out with the other color. So I think I'm gonna do green first. I like to pour over better. Usually I would rather pour over. I feel like that works better for me. But we will try to dip it and see what happens. And this is also my non-dominant hand. It's probably not a good idea. That's alright, we're gonna make it work. And then, I mean, you could cure after each one. Sometimes it's the better option just because if you do bump it, dip powder is hard to fix once you bump it. I mean, it's possible to file it down and everything, but it's easier just to try not to do that. I was kind of going for, I don't know, like the red and the blue and the yellow. I think I was going to go with tannish. I was kind of going for that at first. I don't know, maybe, I think I thought I grabbed a tan and it ended up being white, and then I'm like, we're just going to have to go in a whole other direction. Which is fine because sometimes that is obviously what needs to be done. So, that is okay. I think I'm going to put this color on this nail and the other nail. Also, I was only going to do 2 colors, and I'm like, oh, I got to do this. I need a paper towel, but I forgot. It's easier to use a paper towel. And of course, when I'm filming this video, I am in my nail room because I thought about going downstairs where there's a little bit of air conditioner. You know, it's a window AC, so it barely works because with this smoke that we've been having from Canada, I have to keep all my windows closed, and it's already hot, and I don't have air conditioner upstairs, so I'm trying to do this kind of fairly quick just because it is so hot. And like I said, I'm not able to have the windows open. Oh my god, it's been horrible. They say it's going to clear up tomorrow, so fingers crossed for now, because it's horrible when you can't go outside, or I mean, you can do whatever you want. It's just been horrible. Been stuck inside with the windows closed, and it's just been horrible. So hopefully that will clear up tomorrow, and then I will be back up here again. It looks like next week's not going to be so hot. It'll be kind of normal. It'll be, the weather's just, it's been a crazy weather year. I think we had some flooding a couple weeks ago, and then now this, and the heat, it's just been crazy. Okay, so I think I'm going to do the green again. It looks like that my ring finger will need another coat. I was hoping it might, but I think it's going to. I will have to look back on when I put these nails on. Okay, now I'm going to cure for 60 seconds. I will have to look back on when I put the nails on because it was only a couple days ago, and I did this method that I was hoping would last longer. Unfortunately, that was not the case, so I'm going to have to switch things up a little bit, try it again, and hopefully get this last, because it hasn't even, the next day, 2 of them are already fallen off. So, yeah, it didn't work. I don't know if it was the glue I was using or what, but yeah, it just didn't work. So, on to the next. Try something different. I need to find something that, I don't always like to wear fake, deluxe tips, but when I do, I need something that I can put on and be able to use acetone on it. That's why I put a gel top coat, because I'm switching up my nail polish every day pretty much, and I like to use nail polish rather than anything else, but using nail polish on the tips I have not found that to be successful quite yet. Okay, so now that we cured that, I'll just dust everything off. I like the way that it did on all of them pretty much except this one. Sometimes though, when you go and put another coat on one, you almost gotta do the other one, or else it really does see a little bit more right here. But if you don't do the other one to match, then you're then they kind of look uneven. So we're gonna see. Oh my gosh! Plus the bugs. Even though the windows have been closed, somehow the bugs are still finding their way in here. And when I got my, well, even without the light, any kind of light, they're just attracted to. So they're all up in the nails, all up in my face. It's like you want summer. I love summer, but there's also there's downfalls to everything. Okay, I think. Let's see. I think it'll be okay. I'm debating because I put the stamps on there. So let's go through. I'm gonna cure that nail real quick, and then I'm gonna put the top coat on because that way, when I do stamp, if I have any issues, I can just easily take it off with acetone. So let's get our top coat ready. I put these away. They fill them up so high, and then I don't know how they expect you to put it back in. Make a mess. Oh, okay. I usually only like to do powdered sort of whenever I feel like it also, but I gravitate to dip powder more in the summertime just because I can have my windows open, and then of course I wanted to do them and I couldn't have my windows open. Yeah. And honestly, I like dip powder liquids and gel, but if I could, I would use the dip powder liquids. I prefer them. It's just the smell is very strong, even with odorless ones that I've had, at least for all the ones that I've tried. Okay, so we're gonna just go through and do a little light buffing, styling, whatever, not too much, nothing crazy. Also, there's more buffing to be had when you're using the dip liquids. Just sometimes I like to, when you're using the gel method, you don't usually have to do that as much. Just depends. Just gonna see a couple little spots. I think after these, I'm gonna have to pop these suckers off because, like I said, a couple of them, and then it's like when 2 or 3 want to fall off and the rest are hanging on. Ugh, that drives me nuts. Almost all of them are coming off except for one, I think, and I've already put the other ones back on with glue. Ugh. Alright, let's get this. Don't throw in too much and then it's gonna look silly. Okay. Okay, that's good for that. And I'm gonna go ahead. I think I've seen it. It's been so long. Sometimes people will wipe with alcohol afterwards. I usually don't, but that's also your choice. So I'm gonna go ahead go in with my top coat. Now, I probably should have done 2 coats on these colors because I can see, well, maybe not this one, but the greenish color. I probably should have went with 2 coats just because I can see the, what do you call it, the underneath of my nail you can see. So I definitely feel like I should have went with 2 coats there. Try and cover it up with the stamping. I'm doing a video.
Can you talk?
No.
Why?
I'm almost done. Just go away.
I was thinking of you.
I guess go. Go. Okay, so I'm gonna cure that up. Okay, so now that I have what I want in my nails, I'm going to go ahead and do the stamping, and I only have 2 Carnival plates, so I'm going to go with Maniology's MXM094, which is a Carnival Fair plate. So we're going to, like I said, try to make this as simple as possible, as always, really. That's my whole thing. I usually go for the most simplest thing that I can. If I had more time, we'd be doing a little bit more different, but, so let's see, I want to try to keep the colors sort of together as what we've got, so I'm going to try to maybe use the purples and some blues, green a little bit. Let's see if we can find more like green or black if we need it. Yeah, this green. Okay, so let's see what we can come up with. Okay, so let's try everything. Okay, so let's see. Alright, we need to mix up something a little bit. Alright, I think I'm going to go with, what do we want to do first? I want to do the little game, throw the ball, I think, tin can game. Okay. So we're going to, alright, we're going to let that dry for a second, then I'm going to go ahead and color that in. Okay, so I guess we're not being that simple since we're doing reverse stamping. I hate to do just regular stamps. It's so much easier for me, but gotta add some reverse stamping in there sometimes. And then I think I'm going to, let's see. Let's get some, let's do some yellow and red and add the ducks in there. I'm not gonna reverse stamp them. So let's see what we can do if we do it this way. Oh, that yellow is trash. Let's see. Alright. Let's, the only thing is that you can't, that's what I don't like. Alright, we're back. I know what I'm gonna do. Oh man. Well, hey, you know what? The one good thing is, we don't have to keep it. I don't love it because you can't really see. I guess I could add these down here. I'm getting rid of it. I don't like it because you can't really see them. The yellow just see. It's not popping, so I'm getting rid of it. Scratch that. Okay, let's try to color these, and we're gonna do. We'll do the ball red just. Wasn't cool. And then I'll probably do. It's one thing when you see it on the stamping plate, then you want to go add it to your nail. It's like, wait a minute, that's not gonna work. Alright, we're gonna let that dry for a minute and decide on the next thing. Let's just go with, so like obviously that's cute with the thing, but it's not gonna fit. There's just no way. Let's. I really don't love this weight. I wish I had something a little different. And that blue color is not going to show up great on nothing. It's not for bullet. Guess we'll just add a couple of these little guys. Maybe I should have went with some different colors because these are not going well together. Of course, they're not going well with the colors that I chose. I mean, if I got the card to see them, then I know nobody else is going to be able to see them. And I'll probably put this here, I suppose. I want to do, let's do the carousel. which doesn't necessarily look like it needs to be colored in, but we're going to just to make it look a little bit better. So we'll put that probably there, and then I think I'm gonna do let's see what this might look like. Alright, wasn't exactly what I was thinking. That's okay, so we only need to remove the carousel, which is kind of smaller than I was thinking. This just isn't, like, just the plate is more carnival slash circus, so that's why I think I'm not loving it. Let's then, here, let's color our little thing in really quick. And we'll add just a little, oops, that's a little much. Oh, geez, okay, I'll get rid of that before we stamp it on there. Alright, so we're probably going to want to put, oh, that'll work right there. That'll work there, this will work there. You know what, luckily, like I said, I always forget that I can get rid of it. I'm going to get rid of this as well. I just feel like you just cannot see it. So I can still add that, I just think I'm gonna do a little different. Let's see if this I'm gonna add these little things I think are the clouds. And actually, I sometimes also forget that I don't have to do every now. Because that also could have been an option. You can kind of see it, but you kind of can't. Alright, I'm gonna add. Let me just do. Since I don't love the way the clouds turn out, cloud thingy, I'm gonna try to just put these over top and see what happens there. Kind of in the. It'll do it like I said. It's hot. Nothing works when it's hot. I'll tell you that. That seems to be my problem. Every time it's hot, something goes wrong. Okay. I still need one more thing, and I'm just not sure. I guess I'll go with popcorn, and then maybe add some other food item if the popcorn's not enough. So we're gonna put that at a little angle. The popcorn, of course, you can't see though. What do you call them? Popcorns, and then we'll go with not yellow since you can't see it. We'll do. No, we'll do blue again. We'll just do the ice cream. Let's see how that. Maybe need one more. So let's get whoop. Okay, let's add these right there. Okay, there's that. Check that. I need to clean my cameras again. I think it's time to do. Okay, so now I'm going to add these. I think that deciding do I want to put a sticky base coat down or not. Let's see what this gives. Doesn't. Oh, yeah, I guess I should. When am I gonna learn? Probably never. Alright, that's alright. We're okay because most of it got on there except for one. So now, okay, you know what? This is a good time to try this. I forgot. I finally got Orly Bonder. I have not had the chance to pick it up yet. Till now, a couple weeks ago, I finally found it. And I'm gonna give it a try if I can remember how. I can't remember how I seen it done. I think it was, oh gosh, I cannot remember. I can't remember if she just put some on her stamper or did she put some somewhere and scrape it. I think she just put it on her stamper and then just dabbed it on. Of course, I've got those sticky things sticking out for me to get through. So let's see, and then probably waited a few seconds. Let's try that with, I don't know, that doesn't feel right, but we're gonna find out. Well, if it wasn't right, it worked. But maybe that was right. Maybe I just think it wasn't in what it is. Okay, then we're just gonna add that little can there. Alright, there we go. Got a little cockeye right there. Could have went over a little more. Other than that, that is it for this Carnival set. Hopefully you can see that. I may or may not put a top coat on, I'm not sure yet. They're alright. Like everything else. Nails are nails. If you like it, that's all that matters. So, this is my video for these Carnival nails, and I will leave a video of the end result, and I will see you next time. Bye. I ended up taking the thumb out of the picture because when I went to put the top coat on, it smudged.